Uh, I'm so silly. I was doing it again. I was babbling along for at least 5 minutes, and I noticed it wasn't recording. I thought it was. Okay. Well, duh. See, this is how I know I'm stupid. So, what do I want to dredge out of I've already covered? See, is it deja vu if you actually have been here before? I don't know. Um, so it's May 21st, 2024, like 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't intend to start recording yet for today, but I had a killer app idea. Yeah, I'll rehash it because I guess it was rehearsal. That's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That was rehearsal. That's why it wasn't recording. Um, so NFT, D apps, um, God knows about back end. That's kind of ballooned out to there's a lot, a lot of back end activity. Um, but if we can do things right, that's part of the really great thing about this technology. We should be able to, what normally would be run on like a single computer in a serial, maybe ordinal way. And really, the computer can only do one thing at a time, and it can only do what we tell it to do. However, we manage to do that. Um, I'll mention again that I'm more and more I'm seeing a like a computer program as oh, I forgot what I was going to say, but I do know with this mock webhook thing, um, oh, dang, I don't know, maybe my Alzheimer's is acting up. Who knows? Um, what do I want to talk? Oh yeah, okay. NFT, DApp, and we've gotten to the point where thinking of it as a machine, but maybe along the lines of like making an automobile, or the scope has kind of creeped up to where I'm starting to think more like Boeing 747s or something. I mentioned if you've ever been to Everett, Washington, and Payne Field, which the highway or whatever, like goes right through Boeing where they make the big planes and stuff, and the buildings are just like huge. Anyhow, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Um, so so yeah, librarian and curator, that's the use case. That's the use case. Kind of intelligent. And if you know my perspective on intelligence, you'll know why I air quote it. Smoke and mirrors. So so every time I see whenever I try to make an application, whenever I try to develop for a use case these days, um, God, this is the most bizarre thing. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Is it because my mind is things are coming into my mind that kind of like shove my short-term memory out of the way? I don't know. It's most baffling feeling. Anyhow, yeah, so I actually, where these things come from is I would like to have that. I want to have that. But where I was getting with this, because we are a knowledge-based company and we're trying to facilitate the moving from the infosys era into the knowledge-based era. That's one of the main focuses I want to make, you might say, our cornerstones, if not a pillar in the structure of our company. Yeah, I've thought of some ideas too. I actually wrote them down. How's it go? Um, I don't know if I've covered it, but I'm envisioning a DAO token that is intended for members of the MER to vote on things. But I also want a separate one, a separate DAO or DAO to get group feedback on our content production line, what's coming down the pipeline. Um, if you don't know what I'm talking about, my business plan calls for our releasing 4 to 12 NFT thingies a month. Yeah, I've got a pretty good business plan in mind. So yeah, the second DAO, separate from the GTM LLC director level, it'll be used by like our content production department for voting on things. What I'd like to do is, um, you have like multiple writers or something, and they suggest storylines or characters or whatever it is that's being worked on, whatever the project is. Um, like for instance, a new Prime Comics might be coming out next month, and we want to know, well, which do you think should be the like star character on the cover? The Limp Noodle, Captain Mushmine and Kid Critter, Willie Wisdom, Clown President, a wizard and his dog. What else do I have? Vugs. Um, Squirrelila Dad. What else do I have content wise? So anyhow, the point is we kind of throw things against or throw things at the wall and see what sticks is how the saying goes. Um, and having a DAO would make that very quick and efficient. And I'm sure the model could be duplicated to other things. I'm flashing on some entrepreneurial early software stuff that was specific for small businesses like hair salons or dog grooming or whatever, and somebody had been using DBase to make it specific. So then my job was to take it and go out there and resell it uh, to shop owners. Anyhow, that was the good old days, I guess. There was such a dearth of software. Just about anybody could throw together some programs and some software and make a lot of money out of it. So let's see, 9 minutes. I probably should bounce pretty soon here. I'll get carried away. What were we talking about? I was talking about my idea for a content pipeline DAO to help us. One of the interesting books I have in my library is it's the script for Star Wars, the first movie. Um, And George Lucas and his friends worked on that for like 2 years. And, the characters for the most part, were nothing like the movie characters when they started out. But over 2 years, they kept hammering it, rethinking about it, rewriting stuff until finally they went into production. So 6 months to 2 years, that's a good time span to give a project. You can do 3 month projects, but those would better be more little things. Like typically a release of a robust and solid new version of some software, I would say, would be like 2 years. 6 months to fix the bugs, ideally. I'm very interested in bug bounties, exploring that, both for our own use and offering as a service. See, and I've been listening to some YouTubes that are very digging the rabbit holes deeper on hacking and being ethical or white hat hacker. That is, you're somebody that companies and systems will hire you to see if you can find weaknesses in their cybersecurity. And okay, I'm going to put a pitch in here for this new paradigm with NFTs being keys to DApps and beyond. Um, we no longer need the username password pair, which is one of the main hacking things. It's one of the main things hackers go for. Yeah. I would welcome saying goodbye to passwords. Selecting passwords is a whole art in itself. And I know some pretty cool techniques to ostracize and make it so that even if somebody overhears you tell somebody the password, they probably still won't be able to get in. 12 minutes, time to bounce.